Hey everybody, Rhadamant here for another episode of Subnautica Below Zero. So it's been a little while since the last episode, and that is because I kind of ran out of content to cover. But since then, there has been an update. So let me go over the quick patch notes for the update. It's called the Sea Truck Update, so it indeed contains a vehicle called Sea Truck. It's a modular underwater utility vehicle. There is the new Squid Shark. There is thermal spires and deep twisty bridges biomes. There's a new creature called Sea Monkey and their nests. There's a cargo launch pad where I launched my bio signature stuff got sent, has been detailed, and a lot of other little improvements. And I want to get going immediately. So what I'm going to try to do is get going on the Sea Truck as fast as I can. So the Sea Truck requires a lot of gold and silver to make. So if I go to, well, first I really ought to get a fabricator, don't I? I should start working entirely inside of my new base, ideally. So what I'm going to do is set up some wall storages. And that way I can start bringing in all the materials that I'm currently storing outside in here. A little bit of organization goes a long way. These storages can also be named. So if you walk up close, you can rename them metals, for instance. And then, likewise, you can put specific metals in. I guess titanium and copper is appropriate metals. Now let's go ahead and work towards emptying out our floating storage. That has some silver in it. And going into the base and emptying out as many of the, I guess I'll grab the metals for now. Some of the things that don't have tooltips I can just leave behind. Not all that important that I bring them into the new base, but I'd like the new base to become my crafting hub. So I need quartz and titanium in order to get, we have a decent amount of gold and silver. Quartz and titanium in order to get a fabricator in here. Does not look as if I have spare stuff of that nature. So I'm going to have to go find some quartz real quick. And then the next thing I want to do is make a battery charger. That will allow me to recharge my batteries. Now there are some exploits to allow you to get infinite batteries and infinitely recharged batteries. If you want to exploit this game in that way, you're really going to have to probably resort to Googling it yourself. I'm not going to highlight exploits of that nature. Another thing I'm going to need in large quantities for the Sea Truck is I'm going to need a lot of titanium. There's a new recipe called titanium ingot, and that requires 10 titanium to make. So most of this episode is going to be resource collection, I suspect, of gold and lead and titanium primarily. Another thing I need to do is to set up my beacons. I can now very obviously and clearly see that my beacons are not set up, so it's not obvious where home is. Linco mentioned that I really ought to carry around a beacon with me at all times so that when I'm in a new biome, I can mark it as such. So when I get to the Black Smokers biome, I can put a beacon down and label it Black Smokers, so on and so forth. Alright, well that's a decent amount of, hello, I'll grab you. Alright, so now we can make a fabricator. I suppose I'll put the fabricator here. And then next up is a battery charger. So if I want a battery charger, I need a wiring kit, which is 2 silver, and a copper wire, which is 2 copper. So 2 copper, 2 silver. Done and done. There's the wiring kit. And the copper wire. And then this allows me to make a battery charger. I'll just put it right on here. Now the one issue I foresee is we don't have a lot of power in this base at the moment. So I might need to add some solar panels topside. So the way to use this is just to put your used batteries in there, and I'm going to take my battery out of the Pathfinder tool because I don't suspect I'll be using that anytime soon. There we go. And we'll charge that one as well. And as you can see, there's a UI for how charged things are. And we'll put our tools into storage, especially the ones that we don't plan on using. We'll keep the beacon, but laser cutter I won't need. Repair tool, hopefully I won't need, at least not yet. Alright, this will be non-metals, and by non-metals I mean like quartz and salt and sulfur, these other sort of crafting materials. At the moment, there is not even enough power to recharge anything, so let's go ahead and make some more solar panels. So copper ore, 2 titanium, 2 quartz. Copper ore, 4 titanium, and 4 quartz.
Power restored. All primary systems online.
So I don't quite have enough quartz to make all of them. It's also nighttime, which is primarily the reason why I power cut. But there is one of the solar panels, and I need one more quartz for the other one. I knew I should have grabbed more quartz when I could. Live and learn. Additionally, my water is going to be, or hydration I should call it, is going to be a little bit harder to fill than food. Food is plentiful. There is no shortage of food around, but hydration is a little bit trickier. Bladderfish and eye-eyes are going to be my real source of that. Oh, something is scannable here. Mobile vehicle bay fragment. So the mobile vehicle bay is how you make the new sea truck. I'm going to need 3 of these fragments in order to learn how to make a sea truck. So should be on the lookout for such fragments. And here's a sea monkey nest. I've yet to see a sea monkey, but oh, and some silver. Ooh, and gold. Even more important. Gold and silver are crucial ingredients in order to get your sea truck built. So they're definitely resources that you should not neglect. What I did not do is set up my beacons. So let's go ahead and put the life pod as orange. And orange and broadcast. There we go. There it is. I definitely got enough quartz, but I suspect a little bit more can't hurt. I'm also going to be on the big hunt for titanium, so any of the little limestone chunk nodes that I see, I'll be going after. I'd explored the new content a little bit, so I'm not clueless as to what I'm doing for your benefit. Alright, actually, let's go ahead and build the last solar power panel. I might build 2 more. Couldn't hurt to have quad panels. And what this will do is, for whatever reason, solar panels also act as sort of power storage. So if you see, before I had power 0 out of 75, now I have 0 out of 300. They act as power storage as well, if you're curious about that at all. So now with the additional panels, I should be able to get some power back. Go ahead and do some cooking, because I see my food and water is a little low. Now, for whatever reason, I have noticed that bladderfish are a lot more rare. I don't know if that's because my save game file is a little different now, or... yeah, I'm not exactly entirely sure why that would be the case, but I have noticed that it is, in fact, the case. Now, I'm probably going to need more storage than this in the long run. Diamond is a non-metal. It's a mineral, Marie. It's a mineral. So I should be on the lookout for eyes. Here's one. As well as mobile vehicle. So let's go ahead and leave behind some of the more useless stuff. These pipings, air pump, not going to need that. The coffees, not going to need that. Ribbon plants, maybe. I might need to make a battery. Bow scanner, I'm not going to need either. So I have the blueprints to make advanced wiring kits. Moon pool, which is a vehicle docking bay. Battery charger, which I already made. Power cell charger. Power cells are larger batteries that are used for vehicles. Okay, so let's go ahead and... oh, there's one of my camera drones. Guess I could just go ahead and drop that back. Doesn't really matter where I put that. Looks like it's daytime, so I should be getting lots of power. And as such, my battery's nicely charged up. So putting into tools, propulsion cannon, grav trap, non-metals. I'm going to need more boxes in this shortly. Now that I'm standing here, I might as well cook this eye for the water content it has. It's not quite a bladderfish, but 10 fluids per eye. Okay, let's get the mobile base going. I need fragments for that. As far as I know, the fragments are just sort of scattered around. They weren't as hard to find. Now, sea truck, however, that's a bit different. You're going to have to get lower depths for a sea truck than the mobile base. And then sea truck is a modular vehicle, which means that you can attach different things to the back of it. So by default, you just have a little cab, much like a truck's cab. But eventually you'll be able to add a fabricator unit on the back, an aquarium unit on the back, or storage on the back. And it acts as a mobile base that's smaller than... oh, we forgot to grab batteries because they're charging. Okay, there is 2 of 3. Now also, having made one already, I do know that I'm definitely going to need an abundance of silver and gold. That's the main components of the sea truck. Or at least the ones that I found to be the bottleneck. Lead too, as well. So here's a sea truck fragment. And I'm analyzing the old mobile bay fragments for their titanium. It's a pretty quick way to get titanium. I'm also going to need table coral. And... there we go. Checking, my inventory is almost full. I have space for 2 more things. One more thing now. Let's get, I guess, this titanium. I was hoping it would be, oh, this crash fish is definitely going to hurt. Did we drop the battery? Because we didn't have space for it. I'm thinking that might be the case. There we go. Back up to the surface. I'm gonna hit up this oxygen before I resurface. So now we have the required technology to make a mobile factory. So we'll go ahead and make one of those. My batteries should also be nice and full, just about all of them. Yep, just about. So 10 titanium goes into an ingot. Now if I go into deployables, as you can see, the mobile vehicle bay requires a power cell and a lubricant as well. So the power cell is 2 batteries and silicon rubber. A battery, to remind you, is ribbon plant and copper ore. So in my non-metals, I'm going to grab my ribbon plant and I'll grab some copper ores. So let's do a quick scan for, first let's take these nice full batteries because I'm tired of being low, and do a quick scan for some ribbon plants. I think that they should be pretty easy to find locally. They tend to be in caves. And again, if there's any fragments of technology I already have, I'm definitely going to be breaking it down because I need all the tech I can get. So we can use dead batteries in order to craft with. It doesn't need to be powered. But given that I'm about to use up some of my batteries for a power cell, I might as well replace what I'm using. Ideally, I'd want 4 more batteries than I need, and that way I can have 4 in the chargers at all times, and anytime I return home, I can hot swap batteries out. That's probably the most efficient way of going about it. Alright, so that's enough for 2 more batteries. Ideally, I'd want more than just 2 batteries, though, as I was just saying. But that cave system might be tapped. Ribbon plants tend to be in these little shoals. Easy to find, which is good. Now, there are other biomes that have ribbon plants, but generally speaking, most resources are native to 1 or 2 different biomes, and then that's it. So if you want to, you know, farm for something, that's something good to realize. All right, so power cell is what we needed. So now I have the lubricant, the power cell, and the ingot. All these other little ribbons are going to go to backup batteries. All right, and they're full, obviously. Let's go make that mobile base now. So this is a mobile vehicle bay. Basically, it has like assembly drones. And all we do is we release it. And it will self-deploy. And then once we climb up on it, you can choose what you want to make here. So C-Truck, ingredients unknown. That's because I don't yet know how to make a C-Truck. So now, next up, we are going to put our resources away so we have the most amount of room possible. And we have a beacon. You can even put the habitat builder away. I'm not going to need it. And these excess random things shouldn't go in here, but I'm going to use that anyway. So I have my sea glide, a beacon, and a scanner. That's all I really need. And we're going to go on the search for some sea trucks. I do realize that I have some damage at the moment. I haven't healed myself, but I'm not really heading anywhere all that dangerous, so I'm not worried about that. I also need to pick up as many eyes as I can. Even getting a little sidetracked for it because of hydration purposes. In the previous Subnautica, you were able to make a water filtration that you'd power and would automatically filter your water from the sea, desalinization or reverse osmosis, I'm not sure which, and then you were able to consume it. That piece of tech does not seem to have been introduced to the game yet, and as a result, you are definitely going to need to get your water through consuming fish. So I'm down here not only looking for... Oh yeah, there's lots of ribbon plants down here if I needed them. I'm looking for silver and gold and sea truck parts. And here's another sea truck fragment. Now my goal of this episode is to hopefully make a sea truck, although sea trucks are very resource intensive, aka will require a fair bit of farming. That's where the silver and gold comes in. And there's my last required sea truck fragment.
New technology created.
Now, because I've already built one of them, I know what's required. So instead of going home and figuring out what's required, I'm just going to go on the hunt. So this down here is part of the new biome. As you can see, it is definitely different and creepier. I shouldn't hang out too long down here because I have a limited amount of health. You know, I didn't bring any healing items. But there's a new spinefish. So down in this way, little spoiler, these plants suck. In fact, they have a high chance to kill you. Basically, they're like Half-Life 2 head crabs. You get too close to them, they grapple you with tendrils, and then you have to break free of the tendrils, or else you get eaten. Like a Venus flytrap of sorts. So here's a fabricator module for the sea truck. And we're going to need 3 of those to be able to make the fabricator. I figure while I'm down here, I might as well poke around for some research. And there seems to be more of it. Here's storage. And at this point, I guess it would be a good thing to release this beacon, as I don't want to necessarily lose this area. So edit name beacon. I'll just call it the depths rather than giving it a proper name because... Okay, so that's a new creature there, and I can tell you right now, those little blighters, that's what they're called, suck. They hurt a lot. Here's another storage. Precious oxygen. I have to keep an eye on my oxygen because I'm pretty deep underwater now, and resurfacing would take a while. I can definitely see how an air bladder wouldn't be a terrible idea, especially if you don't keep an eye on... Oop, you are gonna... Oh, here's a perfect example. Having to cut myself free. Nasty, nasty little plants. Or whatever they are. I guess I could use my stasis rifle in order to try to scan one to see if it is in fact a plant. But as I said, my goal is the sea truck, so... Oh, there's another one of the nasty plants, and it's protecting some rare resource. Alright, sea truck fabricator complete.
New technology acquired.
This is definitely a different and stranger biome down here. Some diamonds. Haven't seen one of the squid sharks that they introduced yet. That might be a good thing. This is definitely the wrong spot in order to try to get gold, though. I've not seen gold down here, so this... For gold, we'll have to search elsewhere. This is 2 or 3 of storage.
New technology created.
Alright. So we got storage and fabricator. Ow.
Creature discovered.
No, you're not gonna eat me, stupid plant. Ouch. So I got myself a spinefish. That was a close call with one of those little head suckers. Now there's also one more module that I have yet to discover, which is the Aquarium module. Oh, here is one of those squid sharks. For the sake of science, I'm going to risk my life here and scan it. Those things are big and pissy. Definitely not going to hang out and run the risk of being killed. Well, we got all the modules we needed. Oh, what's this? Is this the aquarium? Nope, fabricator. I guess the titanium couldn't hurt. Whole bunch of diamonds down here. So I believe in the creep vine biome, there was a lot of gold. I'm going off of memory here, but I think that was the case. So I'm going to try to find my way back there in order to get the gold I'll need for my new toys. Oh, here's some gold. So it's warning me... Oh, that was fake gold. It's warning me about fluid intake. So I'm also going to have to hunt for fluids. Oh, finally, some actual gold. All the gold I've been getting so far has been fake. Alright, inventory is not quite yet full. But I'm going to resurface. I don't want to dehydrate to death. And I should be on the lookout for eyes as well. Most of the other fish only replenish 2 or 3 of your hydration, except for bladderfish and eyes. There might be some others that either I've yet to discover or forgot that they give hydration. Now, another thing they definitely changed about the game is the way sort of the ice flows and that kind of stuff. They're not all sort of perfectly floating up on the surface. So as you can see, there's some dynamic depth here to the ice. I'm really not finding any eyes. Mostly just boomerangs around here. There's one. It's unfortunate that they're going to become my source of water. Bladderfish are so much better, but I just can't find any bladderfish anymore. I don't know if they changed the biome that they were supposed to be in, or if it's some sort of bug where they're not spawning at the rate they're supposed to be, but I can tell you pretty definitively there's a severe lack of them like there once was. Alright, so first things first, change up the batteries. Put my low charge batteries away. Guess I need to grab one more battery. Do some fabrication. So I can cure some food too. But I definitely don't want to cure anything because I need the hydration. Unfortunately for me, eyes are gross fish, or at least that's what they say in their description. Alright, there we go.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Vital signs nice and stabilized. Let's see if I can't make some fiber mesh. And this will be for first aid kits. Done. And I have a spare first aid kit if I need it. I'm going to go ahead and make... So we have plasteel ingots, enameled glass, titanium ingots. So let's go and formally see. I kind of know from memory what it takes to make a sea truck, but let's check it out. So our mobile vehicle platform is over here. So we want a sea truck. We're going to need 5 advanced wiring, 2 glass, and 3 lead. 5 advanced wiring is the expensive stuff. The lead I'm going to find in the black smoker area. Glass is easy. So what I'm going to do first is to create a new locker. And this new locker is going to be all the stuff I need for the new vehicle. So this is vehicle lab locker. So it did say 2 glass, and I already had that. And then 5 advanced wiring. So advanced wiring is wiring kits, gold, and computer chips. So let's go ahead and make the wiring kits. So I need 5 wiring kits for that, which is 10 silver. So I have 3 of 5. Now I have 5 of 5. It's also going to require 5 computer chips. Computer chips is coral, copper, gold. So let's put these wire kits away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, not the diamond. And now, grabbing my gold and copper and coral, we're going to make some computer chips. So I need 5 copper wires. Okay, I don't have enough copper for all of that. I have enough for 3 copper wires. Let's poke around to see if there's any other copper inappropriately placed. I have a lot of gold. What about non-metals? Non-metals is actually properly non-metals now. Alright, that's good. Okay, so I'm bottlenecked on copper. But what I can do is make the computer chips. So that will free up some inventory space. So there's my wiring kits, computer chips. And for the advanced components, we need wiring, computer chips, and gold. But I'm going to focus on getting all of my computer chips. So let's go hunt for copper, gold, stuff like that. Additionally, it probably wouldn't be a terrible idea to 1 copper, 1 titanium to get another beacon going. Copper should be pretty easy to find. It is one of the more bountiful resources around. Just the limestone outcroppings have a chance to have copper. Of course, with my luck, it's all going to be titanium, isn't it? There's some copper. Oh, that was a sea monkey. Now, sea monkeys are cheeky little creatures that try to steal your tools. That's why they're not harmful, as far as I know. That's why I'm kind of giving them a wide berth, because I don't want them to grab my scanner or something. Because given the chance, they will. And then they'll swim off with it, and you'll have to chase them down and grab it from them, or they might deposit it into their nest. Now, a little bit of a spoiler. I have found sea monkey nests. They generally just have sea monkey eggs in them and not much else. Oh, yeah, here's a sea monkey nest. I already scanned one already at the start of this episode, but there you go. Nothing in it. Not even an egg. Now, as far as sea monkey eggs go, I have tried to put one into an aquarium with no luck, so I might be doing something wrong. They might have to go into the ship's aquarium. The sea truck, rather, has an aquarium.
30 seconds.
I don't really need the titanium. Ooh, lead. I do need lead, though. I also need not to drown and suffocate, so let's resurface and then dive back down there. Now this is sort of just above the depths, so I do know where this takes me, and that actually doesn't take me to exactly where I want to go. We have some of those old sharks. So I'm actually not going to go down that way. I will instead go towards the black smoker biome. Before I do that, I really ought to... Well, I'm already towards the black smoker biome, so I'm just going to go for it and leave it unmarked. The easy way to remember where it is, it's the horizon that doesn't have any mountains on it. It's the sort of open sea horizon. And here we are at the Black Smokers, as I prophesized. Now the Black Smokers are going to have lithium, magnetite, and hopefully some lead and gold. I don't know if it has gold, but lead was another requirement for the sea truck. But yeah, this specific area of Black Smoker does not look crafted yet. I might have to travel sort of up here. But yeah, there's plenty of lithium. Lithium's a new resource that's going to be needed for sea truck modules, but not for the sea truck itself. Oh yeah, here's some gold, potentially. Nope, guess not. Yeah, we're definitely in the right biome to find our lead, silver, gold. Alright, inventory's full. I'm going to drop some of the titanium. Have I scanned one of you already? Yes, I have. Now, I think because we're away from our base, I had to focus on resources that I wouldn't be able to find closer to the base. So that's why I'm ditching my titanium, because although I do need titanium, it's not unique to this area. But gold and lead is. Oh, here's some of the rock punchers. I think I'm done with silver, though. Ugh. I guess I'll do 4 lithium. Hello, rock puncher. And it seems to me that the gold was more abundant closer to the surface. And if you needed diamonds, they're over here too. Look at them shambling across. Come on, lead, where are you? So I have a really good amount of gold now. I don't know if it's enough, I haven't done the math. But I do know that lead is also a big bottleneck of mine as well. Watch where you're going, man.
Seconds.
Finally find a node of lead, and it's not lead. I feel like I'm constantly getting bamboozled by titanium. Well, I should be able to find the lead soon. I think I do have 1 lead at home, so maybe I do have enough lead. Ouch. Definitely pissed that guy off. There we go. Now I know for certain I have enough lead. Alright, let's get home and see if I have enough for that sea truck. How much time am I in? Oh yeah, you know what? I'll get home and craft up what I need for the sea truck, and that might be all the time I have, as this is running a little long. I'm also going to try to pick up as many eyes on my way home as I can. There really is an abundance of fish around here, isn't there? I think it is cool that some of the fish are atmospheric and some aren't. Like these schools obviously aren't individual fish. Oh, my inventory's full.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright, first things first, my fluids. I don't remember picking up a boomerang, but alright, I'll eat that too. So we need 3 more computer chips, or 2 more computer chips, excuse me. So that's 2 copper wire, All right, and then the rest of the lithium can go in here. Silver can go in there too. And now let's see about making those advanced wiring kits. And that's all 5. All right, let's do a quick reminder of what else we need. So I believe I probably have it, or at least it shouldn't be that hard to obtain it. Oh, the glass. All right, we have everything. That's wonderful. Let's just grab this glass that I obviously left out for no good reason. And the moment of truth, the new sea truck. So now all the resources get consumed, and totally defying gravity, these little construction drones will craft the sea truck floating around, and there it goes. Now if I go to my beacons, I guess it's called a Cyclops, which is incorrect, but I'll give it its own color. And it has a power cell here. It's got another power cell here. Or actually, only one installed. Oh, no, they were both installed. They just don't visually look like that. It has an upgrade menu here with different upgrades. And then if you enter the sea truck, on the top, it has its crush depth and your current depth. Down right, it has its durability and power and the external temperature. And then if you hit S, which is your backup, you get a backup camera. So as you can see, I'm backing up into my base, so let's not do that. All right, guys, that's all the time I have for this episode of Sea Truck. Next episode, I'm going to work on making the Sea Truck modules. So thank you all for watching. If you have any feedback for me, drop me a line. If you have any questions about this update or about Subnautica in general, you can either hit me up through comments or hop on Discord and discuss it there. And I do hope that you tune in next time. Catch you all later. Adios.